Here are 10 dog facts you can listen to in English. Now, let's get started. Canine Stress Detector. Did you know your dog can literally smell your stress? It's not just your imagination. Your canine companion is remarkably attuned to your emotional state through its powerful sense of smell. Dogs can detect subtle changes in the chemical signals known as volatile organic compounds, VOCs, present in human breath and sweat. When we experience stress, our bodies produce a different scent profile. A groundbreaking study at Queen's University Belfast demonstrated this ability with astonishing precision. In their research, trained dogs were able to correctly identify breath and sweat samples from stressed individuals with an accuracy of 93.75%, distinguishing them from samples taken when the same people were relaxed. The implications of this discovery extend far beyond a fascinating piece of trivia. This innate ability has significant potential for practical applications, particularly in the training of assistance dogs for individuals with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. A dog trained to recognize these specific stress-related scents could provide an early warning of an impending anxiety attack or emotional distress. This would allow the animal to intervene with comforting behaviors, potentially mitigating the severity of the episode. This research paves the way for more sophisticated training methods, further enhancing the profound therapeutic bond between humans and their loyal companions. A sweet poison. Did you know that a single bar of dark chocolate could be lethal for a small dog? The reason for this is a compound called theobromine, which dogs metabolize at an extremely slow rate. Unlike humans who can process it efficiently, dogs allow theobromine to accumulate in their system to toxic levels. This buildup severely affects the central nervous system and the heart, potentially leading to seizures, cardiac arrest, and in the worst cases, death. The lethal dose is estimated to be between 100 and 200 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. To put this into perspective, the consumption of just 35 grams of dark chocolate with 70% cacao content could create a dangerous situation for a 5-kilogram dog. However, it is important to note that not all chocolate poses the same level of threat. The concentration of theobromine is directly proportional to the amount of cacao in the product. Consequently, dark chocolate and unsweetened baking chocolate are the most hazardous, as they contain the highest levels of the toxic compound. Milk chocolate contains a considerably smaller amount, while white chocolate contains only a negligible quantity of theobromine. While this makes them less of an immediate danger, no type of chocolate is considered safe for canine consumption and should always be kept out of their reach. The 7-year myth. The long-held belief that 1 dog year equals 7 human years is a scientifically unfounded myth. The conventional wisdom of simply multiplying a dog's age by 7 to find its human equivalent lacks a solid scientific basis, as a dog's aging process is not linear. This revelation stems from a study of epigenetic changes, specifically the analysis of DNA methylation patterns. Researchers at the University of California proposed a new, more accurate formula based on this data: 16 times ln dog's age plus 31. According to this logarithmic equation, a 1-year-old dog is biologically comparable to a 30-year-old human, highlighting an incredibly rapid maturation in their first year. After this initial period of accelerated growth, a dog's aging process decelerates considerably. For instance, while a 1-year-old dog is like a 30-year-old human, a 4-year-old dog corresponds to a human of approximately 53 years old, not the 28 years suggested by the traditional rule. This updated model provides a more precise framework for understanding a dog's life stages, from youth to seniority, and helps veterinarians and owners better anticipate age-related health issues. It fundamentally reshapes our perception of canine aging, offering a scientifically grounded perspective that moves far beyond the oversimplified 7-year myth. The Beatles Canine Secret. Did you know the Beatles embedded a secret message in one of their most iconic songs, intended only for a canine audience? At the very end of A Day in the Life, the final track on their 1967 album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, there is a high-frequency tone recorded at 15 kHz, KHZ. This sound was a playful idea conceived by Paul McCartney, specifically as a tribute to his Shetland sheepdog, Martha. The frequency was deliberately chosen because it lies well within a dog's hearing range, but is at the upper limit of what most adult humans can perceive, making it an exclusive sonic treat for his pet. However, the assertion that this sound is completely inaudible to humans is not entirely accurate. The human hearing range typically extends up to 20 kHz, but this capability diminishes significantly with age. While many adults, whose upper hearing limit often drops to around 15 to 17 kHz, may not be able to hear the tone, it is quite possible for younger listeners or individuals with particularly keen hearing to perceive it as a faint, high-pitched whistle. This subtle addition is a testament to the Beatles' experimental nature and their innovative approach to studio recording, turning a simple song into a multi-layered experience that even includes a secret for man's best friend. A Canine Conundrum. Have you ever wondered why your dog tilts its head in that adorable way? This charming gesture is actually a sophisticated technique for precisely locating the source of a sound. By tilting its head, a dog adjusts the orientation of its ears to better assess the subtle differences in the time and volume at which a sound arrives at each ear. This allows its brain to construct a three-dimensional map of the sound's origin, accurately calculating its distance and direction. This behavior is observed more frequently in dogs with longer muzzles, as their snouts can partially obstruct their lower field of vision, making auditory pinpointing even more essential. This is not just an occasional quirk, but a common canine behavior. In a study by Canadian psychologist Stanley Coren, it was found that 62 out of 100 dogs regularly tilted their heads in response to human voices. His research suggests that this action is strongly correlated with a dog's effort to listen more attentively, trying to pick up on specific words or intonations associated with positive activities, like going for a walk. This high prevalence indicates a significant reliance on auditory information for interpreting their environment, turning a simple gesture into a complex sensory adjustment. Canine Compass. Have you ever watched a dog spin in circles before relieving itself and wondered about this peculiar ritual? This behavior is not random. It is likely guided by an invisible force, the Earth's magnetic field. This spinning is a sophisticated process of orientation, as dogs appear to possess an internal compass that allows them to sense the planet's geomagnetic field. They exhibit a clear preference to align their bodies along the north-south axis before defecation. This alignment is believed to provide them with a sense of security, making them feel more comfortable in a vulnerable position. This theory is supported by a comprehensive study conducted by a Czech research team. Over a 2-year period, they observed 70 dogs and documented 1,893 acts of excretion. The findings revealed that this north-south alignment behavior was significantly more pronounced during daylight hours when the Earth's magnetic field was calm and stable. Conversely, during periods of magnetic instability, this specific orientation was far less frequent. This suggests that dogs possess magnetoreception, a remarkable sensitivity that allows them to perceive the Earth's magnetic field and use it for spatial orientation. Green-eyed Rover. Ever wondered if the green-eyed monster of jealousy could possess your beloved dog? A revealing study from the University of California, San Diego suggests that it can. Researchers observed dog owners interacting affectionately with a stuffed animatronic dog that could bark and wag its tail. A striking 78% of the real dogs displayed behaviors interpreted as jealousy, such as pushing at their owner or the toy, or attempting to get between them. This reaction is considered a primitive form of jealousy, indicating that dogs can perceive a potential threat to the valuable social bond they share with their human. However, this jealous-like behavior is not just a simple plea for attention. The study provided a crucial point of comparison. When the owners ignored their dogs in favor of reading a book, only 42% of the dogs tried to interfere. This significant drop in intervention suggests that the dog's strong reactions were specifically triggered by what they perceived to be a social rival, not just by the owner's attention being directed elsewhere. This distinction implies a more complex emotional capacity in dogs, highlighting their sensitivity to social dynamics and their instinct to protect their primary relationships. Decoding the Wag. Does a wagging tail always mean a happy dog? Contrary to popular belief, the direction of the wag reveals a much more nuanced emotional state. A team of Italian researchers discovered that a dog's emotions are reflected in the asymmetrical motion of its tail. When a dog feels positive emotions, such as when seeing its owner, it tends to wag its tail more to the right side of its body. Conversely, when faced with negative stimuli, like an unfamiliar, dominant dog, the wag is biased to the left. This phenomenon is attributed to brain lateralization. The left hemisphere of the brain, which controls the right side of the body, is associated with approach and positive feelings, while the right hemisphere, controlling the left side, is linked to withdrawal and negative emotions. However, this subtle directional cue is not primarily intended for human interpretation. The same research revealed that other dogs are adept at reading these signals. In the study, dogs were shown silhouettes of other dogs wagging their tails. When the silhouette's tail wagged to the left, the observing dogs showed signs of anxiety, such as an increased heart rate. In contrast, a right-sided wag kept them relaxed. For humans, this distinction can be incredibly difficult to perceive. Therefore, to accurately understand a dog's emotional state, it is crucial to consider the wagging tail in conjunction with other body language signals, including ear position, posture, and facial expressions. Decoding your dog's brain. Have you ever wondered if your dog truly understands your praise? A groundbreaking study in Hungary using fMRI scans has revealed that dogs process human speech in a way remarkably similar to us. Researchers found that a dog's brain has a specific division of labor. The left hemisphere is responsible for processing the meaning of words, such as good boy, while the right hemisphere focuses on interpreting the intonation or the emotional tone of your voice. This separation of what we say and how we say it demonstrates a more complex level of language processing in canines than previously understood. This neural mechanism means that for your praise to be truly effective, both components must align. The study showed that the reward center in the dog's brains, a key area for pleasure and motivation, showed the most significant activation only when positive words were spoken in a praising tone. In other words, uttering a phrase like "good dog" in a neutral, flat tone failed to trigger the same strong positive response. This suggests that for your canine companion to feel genuinely appreciated, the meaning of your words and the warmth of your voice must work together in harmony. Man's best communicator. Did you know that dogs can understand human gestures better than even our closest primate relatives, chimpanzees? This remarkable ability is evident even in puppies as young as 9 weeks old, who can successfully locate food simply by following a human's pointing finger. This is a sophisticated form of interspecies communication that proves surprisingly difficult for chimpanzees, despite their high intelligence and genetic proximity to humans. This suggests that the ability to comprehend human communicative intentions is not merely a matter of general intelligence, but a specialized cognitive skill. This unique canine trait is widely believed to be a direct product of domestication, a result of over 15,000 years of co-evolution with humans. Unlike their ancestors, wolves, dogs have been genetically selected for their ability to pay attention to and interpret human social cues. Therefore, a dog's capacity to follow a pointing finger is not just a clever trick learned through training, but compelling evidence of an evolutionary adaptation. This adaptation has been crucial in cementing their role as man's best friend, capable of forming a deep communicative bond that transcends species barriers.